You are. You're getting the energy of the sun. You're getting the molecule. It's amazing. We calculated 4 capsules of Active H. I think give us enough energy. I can't remember how much, but well, no, let's leave that out. You can edit that out of the tape because I don't want to give you information unless I can give you the exact figures. And
we can leave it to, but tell us.
No, that it gives you enough energy to walk 10 miles or something like that. It's a lot of energy, but it's yeah.
I don't like to go jogging anymore because I don't have any effect. You know, when I take some capsules, I feel full of energy. And I can run and run. And I say, what do I have to run for?
Yeah, because
You know, normally you do it for being exhausted after and having some reverse effects, but
yes. And the effect on athletics is one of the most profound effects. I don't know if I told you, but we have I wonder if we've got to put it on the website if we don't have it up there. But there is a woman who lives near here. She's tiny, small. She weighs less than 120 pounds, which is
55 kilos. 60?
No, less. 50.
55.
Yeah. So 55 kilos. She is the world champion power weightlifter for women.
No.
Oh yeah, for her weight range, and she can when she first got our product, she could only bench press 300 pounds. Yes, but when she started taking our product, within 1 week she was bench pressing 350 pounds, and she can lift from the floor and put it over her head, over double her body weight. And so this is, and it works. I mean, the whole area for Active H and athletics is unexplored at the moment. But it's very easy to take, especially athletes that have reached their maximum potential in whatever they're doing. Like a person who for example, bench pressing, they can bench press a certain amount of weight and 1 pound more or 1 kilo more they can't do.
It takes
you give them
months to do that if they succeed.
Yeah, if they succeed. But most of them have reached their peak and can't get any more. You give them 3 capsules of Mega H or Active H before every workout, and suddenly their bench presses go up, not just a couple of kilos, but they go up like 10%, which is enormous change. For an ordinary person like who doesn't work out much, you can see pretty rapid gains, when you're growing muscles that way. But when you grow all the muscles your body can support, and you can't do any more, and then you take the product and suddenly you can do more, then that's very impressive.
Yeah. What time would you recommend before exercising? Like 1 hour before or 2 hours?
I would recommend 1 hour before.
1 hour because of the slow release, you say.
Yeah, 1 hour before.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Like with the pulse. When I'm going cycling, I always try to control my pulse.
Oh yeah.
And maybe you heard about this spinning you do inside a gym. There's some bicycles, fixed bicycles, and there's one instructor, and you cycle with music.
Okay.
Johnny G is an instructor. I think he found it in America, but and the instructor sometimes just controls your pulse.
Right.
I got this heart watch, and everybody else has that.
Right.
It's impressive that heart rate is just 100, 110, while the others have 150, 60.
Yeah, it won't go any higher. Yeah.
It's impressive.
It is. It is. Well, at my age, my maximum heart rate in exercise is supposed to be, I think, maybe 115, something like that. But if as you grow older, your maximum attainable heart rate decreases.
Yeah.
And but my maximum attainable heart rate is the same as a person 20 years old. And so it's very hard for me to get my pulse up to the
That's what
like
I mean.
you, like
That's what I mean.
115,
Yeah.
120, no
Yeah.
matter how hard I work, because the active H, when you take it in your body, it increases the efficiency of your metabolism, and also increases the oxygenation of your cells.
Yeah.
That's why we have pilots, for example, people who fly at higher altitudes in airplanes. That's the other area that needs to be researched, that we hope to research, is oxygenation of the blood at higher altitudes. Because I believe we could show very easily that if pilots took our product, every airline, every military pilot in the world would want to take the product, because it improves their oxygenation at higher altitudes without supplementary oxygen. We have plenty of indications of this just from our research. And we have, of course, the doctor who was an asthma patient who climbed Mount Everest without oxygen. And he tried when he was 30 years old, and he tried when he was 35, and he tried when he was 40. He failed every time. When he was 45 years old, he took our product and went all the way to the top without any extra oxygen, no problem. And some of the people who were working for him were breathing oxygen. Some of the people who climbed with him, they were taking oxygen, but not our product. And one of those people had to be carried down from the mountain, even though he had oxygen starvation illness, even though he was breathing supplementary oxygen. Because you can get all the oxygen, you can breathe all the oxygen you want, but if you don't have the hydrogen to pull it into your cells, then you could still be without sufficient oxygen for your body to function.
That's very impressive. You can measure that, right? Like
yeah, it's easy to measure with the pulse oximeter.
That's what I say. When I go to bed, I always measure my pulse and whatever. No, it's at 38 something.
Really?
And I didn't reach that when I was studying sports.
Yeah.
When I was very active, but now it's just quite easy.
Well, my pulse is, I don't exercise. My pulse is 40 when I go to bed.
Perfect.
It's really weird. Yeah. I mean, but it's due to this wonderful discovery.
It's useful.
Talking about discoveries, what are your plans for the future? Are you still doing research on telomerase?
Well, telomerase. I've been doing an enormous amount of research on telomerase, and my discoveries have indicated that telomerase is not what the medicine thinks it is.
So you don't follow this path anymore?
Well, no, it's not the secret of immortality. I do not believe. I believe that the hydrogen research is the secret of immortality, because already just in our lab, it's very easy in a cell structure giving active H ions, hydrogen ions, at the same level that you would get if you were taking 2 to 4 capsules a day of active H. That the cells in the laboratory have double their lifespan. We don't know if it's the same in the body, but we feel it must be. But so if we can do that, just simply, our work is to work. We have actually succeeded in the laboratory of increasing cell life by as much as 6 times. But we don't, the idea, if we can do it in the body, would be fantastic. But this is not using telomerase. It affects the telomeres. In other words, telomeres are key to cellular aging and senescence. But the fact that we now know that reduction oxidation potential can affect cellular lifespan. The lower the oxidation reduction, the longer the lifespan. What we are getting indications of is the possibility that telomeres normally break off every time cells divide. And the shorter they get, at some point, then the cells cannot divide anymore. And we're having some indications that the telomeres break off once every several divisions when the body has sufficient, when the cellular organism has enough active H ions, active hydrogen ions, that the telomeres don't break off with every cell division. They actually break off with after several cell divisions. So that's the latest research, and so we are continuing to pursue this. It's just that we think that the focus on telomerase as the secret of longevity isn't exactly what is needed.